Hi Sagittarius, this is your September 2019 reading. Sagittarius, September is a very productive month. It is focused on creating material value for all of us. For you specifically, the focus of this month is on your career, it is on your resources, it is on your material abundance. And as a part of that, right at the start of the month, we have a beautiful and strong new moon that gives you a strong start in your career, a fresh new start. It could be a new job, it could be a new project, it could be a progress in a job that you've been waiting for, and things just move with a speed of their own over the course of first week of September itself. I spoke about the new moon in detail in the part 1 of the video along with the overview of the month. I will request you to go through that because here I want to specifically cover certain elements that only impact you. And the elements or the gifts that are specifically coming for you are in material abundance. Because this new moon is making a positive aspect with Uranus in your career house as well as Saturn sitting in your house of wealth. So there might have been some work that has been going on over the course of last couple of months whereby you're restructuring your financial wealth, where you're trying to create new ways of making money. It could be new skill set, it could be a new job where you sort of are creating independent source of income, or it could be a skill set that you're developing that will make you independent when it comes to your job or add overall wealth to you. But this new start in your career, or this new start in a project, or this new start of shifting your job provides you two key opportunities that you have been looking for in terms of the job that you do. Number one is more freedom, because Uranus is making a positive aspect with this new start. So, this restlessness that you've been feeling within yourself, that I don't want to do what I have done in the past, I want to deliver something brilliant, I want to deliver something different, I want to do something that I've not done before, which keeps me going, which keeps me interested, that requires me to develop new skills, which requires me to be in the know of the new trends. That restlessness, that innovative energy, that brilliance is positively manifested in this new moon because Uranus is making a positive aspect with this new moon. So it's constructively converting this restlessness, this need for freedom into something productive in form of a job, in form of a project that gives you freedom, that gives you excitement, that keeps you going in terms of your intellectual energy and keeps you engaged intellectually. It uses a lot of your intellect, it uses a lot of your knowledge, it even adds to you in terms of your knowledge because it sort of engages you to meet with people, learn new things, take in new information, have a quick learning curve, engage with people in some way to provide them useful information after synthesizing a lot of it yourself and coming up to the curve on it. So Uranus making a positive aspect to this new moon makes this job exciting, makes this project exciting, makes this fresh energy that is going into your career, makes even your existing job exciting, and it enables you to make certain changes that in the past you did not know how to make. Because sometimes this is a gut feeling, right? This is just a feeling within ourselves. There is a nervous energy going on inside us, taking circles that I need to make certain changes, but I don't know what. I don't know how to constructively route them. This new moon synthesizes that energy into a positive manifestation of a job, of an offer, of a progress that is made in a career opportunity. And it uses all your intellect, it uses a lot of your brain power, it involves a lot of gathering of information, of reading, of finding new things, analyzing, meeting different people from different walks of life to gain information from them and then create something which is innovative in nature. And then Saturn later in the month, around 5th or 6th of September, is also making a positive aspect with this new start. And Saturn is sitting in your house of abundance. It has been there since December 2017. Now Saturn is like a difficult parent, like a parent who cares for you because he wants you to create something long term for yourself, but at the same time it's not the most comfortable feeling. So since December of 2017, it might have felt that finances are a little bit tight, or you have to think too much before spending, or maybe the new sources of income needs to be developed and the old one has gone away in some ways. But the aim of Saturn Pluto South Node for the first time ever in your financial houses all the way till January 2020, the aim of that is to manifest a new source of income that is long lasting, that is something you've never done before, which is a strong foundation of long term abundance for you, a new source of income which is based on hard work that you've put in into creating a skill set, into creating yourself as an asset. You might have converted a financial situation into a positive one, or you sort of acquired a new skill which now starts reaping rewards in terms of revenues, in terms of financial abundance to you. And that process will happen because Saturn is going direct finally on 18th of September, and it will start standing still from 6th of September, which means that this manifestation of resources that was sort of promised to you, or what you were working on, but over the course of last 4 months, that felt like it was stuck somewhere, or it was held up in some ways, that situation finally starts moving direct, with Saturn moving forward after 18th of September. And that moving forward is embedded in this new start in your career. So financially lucrative positions, financially lucrative approvals from authority, financially lucrative ways of making money, or certain investments that were not yielding results earlier, those situations will slowly start opening up from around 18th of September. But the first inkling of that will come around 5th or 6th of September to most of you. And that shows a turnaround moment. That shows a moment of enlightenment around 5th or 6th of September, when we have the quarter moon. First set of information, if you have not yet got that now, because Uranus at the start of the month will also give certain surprises. But if you've not got those surprises at the start of the month, around 5th, 6th, or 7th of September, specifically, and I'll give the degrees when we go over the day by day dates, but around that time is when things start turning around, and we receive positive news following that around 8th of September, or even a little bit earlier to that, around 6th, 7th, 8th of September is, in my view, a turning around moment when it comes to your financial resources, when it comes to your job. Now, this is not a ordinary conjunction. Saturn, South Node, Pluto coming together in your house of resources is a complete rebirth of your financial resources. It is also a complete rebirth of your value system, of the things that you derive value from, of your self worth, of your net worth, of your physical energy, of the resources that you can call your intrinsic energy. Saturn and South Node coming together this month around 28th of September is asking you to release the things that are sucking up your energy and bringing you down as well. So when an efficiency is being created in your financial resources, you will be sort of you'll feel the strong desire, as well as you'll get the impetus right from the start of the month, because South Node starts making contact with all your personal planets from the start of the month as well. You'll start feeling that there are certain things. It could be an expense, it could be an asset, it could be a value system, it could be a way of you not, maybe in the past, not valuing your skill set enough. There is a cutting cord with an old way of being when it comes to your resources, an old way of thinking about how abundant you can be, or how you sort of attach importance, how sometimes we attach our self-worth with our net worth. And there is one of the lessons of Saturn and South Node over there is to release the two and have your self-worth based on the basis of who you intrinsically are. And the net worth come as you release that attachment. So there is a karmic cord which is getting cut from an old way of making money, from an old way of valuing you, from an old way of valuing your skill set. That happens as a result of this new start as well. This is also a good time to detach yourself from an old diet, something toxic that is sort of using your energy, that was using your resources. This is us getting rid of the things that are depleting our resources so we can get efficient over there. Saturn wants to create efficiency wherever it is, and it wants to create efficiency in your resources. So it does not want you to spend time and energy on the things that are not for you. So projects that are not giving you the value that you deserve, people who are not giving you the value that you deserve, the assets that are not giving you the returns that you deserve, the kind of diet that is sort of bringing your physical energy down, skill sets that have become too outdated and we don't need them. It could even be, and I'm sorry to say that, it could even be our ego sometimes that it wants us to give away so we can merge in a fuller fashion with the people who we have to work with, people with whom we need to join our resources, or people who we need to be intimate with when it comes to our personal life. So there is a skin that is shed irrevocably as a result of these three together in your house of self-worth, net worth, and skill set. And you'll see that transformation come about all the way till October, and this will continue. This new foundation of abundance that is getting created for you starting from this month will continue all the way till Christmas. And then we have a Santa Claus solar eclipse around 25th, 26th of December, which is a new start in exactly this area of your life, which is financial new start. And then we start living this new abundant life for a longer period of time. But right now, we are setting and reaping the rewards of what we have done, and now we are setting the structure of keeping it going for a longer period of time. So this, in my view, is happening as a result of the overview of this month. Another aspect which is beautiful for you, and it is specifically true for you, is that your ruling planet Jupiter is making its final contact with Neptune on 21st of September. This is a 13 once in a 13-year aspect which happens 3 times when it happens. So in 2019, Jupiter and Neptune met together 3 times. And this is their third and last meeting. Now they'll meet together only after 13 years in a square aspect. Whenever they come together, the objective is to dissolve a long held ideology, an old ideology. And for you, the ideology that Neptune is aiming to dissolve is an emotional pattern. It could even be a family structure that is getting dissolved. This is you moving away from an old security system, from an old family, from an old way of being in a family, from an old place of living, from an old country of origin. You're moving away from what we may have thought is our root. We are getting away from that stable root in our personal life because now we want to fly higher. Jupiter is in your sign for the first time in 13 years, and it's making a contact with Neptune. When this happens, our foundations are shifted because our external life is changing and our inner life has to expand, has to change to accommodate this new thing that is coming in our life. Jupiter in your sign is asking you to dream big. It's asking you to look at your life with expanded frame. Look at it like anything is possible for you. And it's giving you opportunities, luck, even support to make it all happen, and it just went direct last month. So things will now start turning up when it comes to your expansion in your career, in your health, in your personal life. But Neptune is cutting a cord from the root, from the thread on the ground, the rope on the ground that is sort of holding your kite down. You thought it was supporting your kite, but maybe it was holding it still. And now that dissolution begins of moving away from that. So there is it's sometimes not the easiest of the process. It does come with its own emotional pain to some extent because you're moving away from your security system. But this is good kind of pain, if I may say, because it is a pain that we have to endure to move to a more positive phase of our life, to a more expanded phase of our life. So, old emotional patterns are given away. Sometimes the dependencies are dissolved, and those dependencies which are dissolved, whether these are people who we move away from or places we move away from, we already sort of are done with them. Neptune doesn't take away something that we are not done with. This is something or maybe somebody who we are done with, and now is the time to move away to live your new life. And that dissolution or that recognition of an emotional pattern that we cannot live anymore, that comes to a very strong recognition when Sun makes an opposition to Neptune around 10th of September. This could be in form of opposition from your family. It could be an opposition from maybe there's some confusion in your personal life which is causing that, but there's a clarity that comes with recognizing this push and pull, and a final chord in my view is cut because you want to pursue what you want to pursue and you're sure of that, and you want to restructure your emotional life. You want to dissolve certain old dependency, you want to dissolve certain old even relationships sometimes because you've outgrown them in some ways, and your journey and your path is different. So there might be some weakness that comes with it on the days when this is happening around 10th of September, even though there is excitement about the new path, but this does make us feel a little bit like we are losing something, and there is a push and pull that comes to it. And the second half of the month, family will come to attention. Your home and family situation, your place of living will come into light. It could be a parent, it could be your family of origin, it could be your ancestral property, it could be your family structure that might come to light after 14th of September, after this realization has happened on 10th of September that there are things that we have to dissolve and move forward from. So just be mentally ready on 10th of September. That is a day I would normally not use for sort of business. I would avoid that on 10th of September, even though this is something that you will start recognizing from earlier in the month because Neptune starts making contacts with Venus around 4th of September. Then on 6th of September, it makes a contact with Mercury. So you sort of, even before 10th of September, you know this that there's something which is about to come, that there is some shift, and you might have worked on it couple of times. Now is just the official recognition of it that something has to change, and it could just be an emotional pattern. It could be just the way your family told you you're supposed to feel secure, and that is being dissolved because you're moving out of your comfort zone, you're moving out from your family origin, you're moving out from what your family told you who you can or cannot be, or you're moving out from the patterns that your place of origin taught you. You're doing something that you've not done before, so moving out of comfort zone is part of that. So it could just be that as well, but there is a push and pull between your roots, between your safety zone and this new world that is calling to you, which comes about. Now let's go into individual dates, and I'll give you certain dates and the rundown of that. I'll leave again the timestamp in the comment so you can come back to this section over the course of the month to review it as well. Let's dig into that. Going over the individual dates as well as the degrees and who is most impacted, right at the start of the month when we have this new moon, which is happening on 30th of August, which will color at least the first half of the month for you in your house of career, the new start in your career, that is happening at around 6 or 7 degrees. So if you have planets around 6 or 7 degree of Sagittarius, or if you're born around 29th of November, this could be a complete shift of career for you. This could be like something you have never done before. It's a completely new start. It could be a complete career change that is coming your way, and it could be with opportunity to make more money. It could involve a lot of mental activity. It could involve you synthesizing a lot of information, or it could involve you being in a very specialized field where you are the expert of that particular subject. You could be a subject matter expert of that, and you're going deeper into it, and that's sort of your quality. That's sort of uh, your reason to be, and that makes you more valuable for the firm you're going for, and your value is increased as a result of having that job, or you feel more valuable because of doing that job. And that gives an outlet to you doing something that is not 9 to 5. It could be something that gives you more freedom in your schedule, or it gives you more freedom of thought, or it gives you more freedom to do what you truly want to do. It could be an independent work as well, where you are initiating your own business in a very specialized field. You'll be taking care of the business in a very effective manner in the first 10 days of the month, because Mercury and Mars are making a conjunction with each other, and they continue to be together for the first 10 days of the month along with Sun. So the activity will be quite strong in the first 10 days of the month, right from around 6 degree to 11 degree. So all the way till around 11 degree of Sagittarius will benefit from this high energy that comes towards the start of the month, which is around, I would say, 3rd of December born. So 29th of November all the way till 3rd of December will sort of have this rush of energy. So all of you should give yourself a career goal, a project that was not sort of getting off the ground, and now you'll get the impetus, the courage, the energy to do whatever is required. It's a very dynamic energy, and it needs a physical outlet, and the physical outlet is usually in form of you actually running around for that job, meeting people for it, having conversations around it, seeking approvals, doing documentation, all of those things that involve both mental and physical energy. Thinking about medical, I mean, this could be in medical field because Virgo is a health sign. So it's possible that you might be doing something in medical field. It could be something which is sort of a service to the world in a practical way. It helps people create efficiency in a practical way, or it helps people in healing in a positive way. Things to look out for in the first, especially 3 or 4 days of the month, is that this energy can breed conflicts with authority figures if it is not channeled appropriately. So just keep a lookout for that. We are productively using this in jobs because there's a huge amount of boost of energy, both mental and physical. You just need a efficient outlet for it. If you feel restless about it, working out is a good option because it's making a hard aspect with you. So it can sometimes irritate the nerves. So you want to be a little bit careful of heat. You want to be a little bit careful when it comes to arguments with authorities here, because you are entering into a positive phase. So it's better to use this in terms of your intellectual pursuits and in terms of your starting something new, which was feeling like difficult. We were not feeling like doing it anymore. Virgo season is the season to do the tough things. Then this is also the first 4 5 days are very active in personal life as well. It could be just love interest which you decide to go all in into, or you feel that it's fated in some way. You're meeting with somebody. It's sort of a it's sort of a very positive heart energy. So our heart chakra gets a huge boost because your ruler Jupiter is meeting Venus around 2nd of September. And that is just wonderful. That just feels wonderful. Even if it is not a romantic situation, just your ability to attract people would be very high at this time at this time. So negotiations become like easier. It becomes easier to have compassion for others and to get compassion from others, to get support from others, to get more financial abundance also. It becomes easier. And our mind is very stable here because Saturn is making a positive aspect, so our heart is very stable. We are looking at doing things from the lens of doing them for a longer period of time in Earth season. So whether it is financial prospect or it's a love interest or it's a job, you're looking at long term here and you're taking certain firm steps. Even some of the people might be going into a commitment with a loved one here. This is very much an energy of declaring your love to somebody and asking them to sort of be with you forever, kind of a thing. This is especially true if you have planets around 14 degree to 17 degree of Sagittarius. 14 degree to 17 degree of Sagittarius are the most activated in the first half of the month. That is around 6th to 9th of December. You'll see a lot of activity both in your personal life and in your career life in the first 14-15 days of the month. The other degree that is most stimulated is around 20-21 degree of Sagittarius, which is around 12th or 13th of December born. So all of you, even though all of you will feel it, but these are the specific degrees where Saturn is placed, Pluto is placed, and there's a huge concentration of planets in these degrees, stimulating changes, bringing positive news, bringing manifestation of wealth, bringing about changes in personal life as well. So this first 3 or 4 days, Venus meeting Saturn, Jupiter, these fated moments are happening around 14, 15 degrees, which is around 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th of December born. On 4th of September, when Neptune is making a square with Venus, this could be, we have to be a little bit careful when it comes to financial prospect on 4th of September, because there could be sort of a confusion over a financial matter. Neptune is at 17 degrees, so if you are born around 9th of December, if you're signing anything on 4th of September or you're making a financial investment, you want to be checking things double, or maybe wait for a day or two, or consult somebody who's elder to you or more experienced to you or independent from the situation over financial matters. This is also the day which is excellent for creativity, because this stimulates our heart chakra in a very over idealizing fashion, which can yield to good fantasies, it can yield to some good moments, but there could be some confusion in practical matters that comes with it when it comes to our financing, because we could be over idealizing someone, we could be over idealizing a subject. I feel in your personal life on 4th of September there could be a revelation as well, but again the eye can open in either ways, right? You might just realize that you really love this person, or you might realize that yes, this thing has reached its end, or you might realize this is not the place for me to live. So because Neptune, as I said, it is dissolving your old emotional life, so this is where you get the first information of that on 4th of September. Be ready in terms of confusion, in terms of things shifting on that day. Keep a little bit of your radar on that day on any financial prospects that are coming to you. 5th, 6th of September, on the other hand, even 7th of September, I really like them from clarity perspective, 5th and 6th specifically, because Saturn is playing a role over there. They give you stability to sort of negotiate practical matters on 5th of September. You can easily sign certain contracts, do long-term business on that day, take support from authority figures, have a productive meeting on 5th of September, especially if you have planets again around 14 degree of Sagittarius, which is around 6th of December born. This is also the time when a financial investment can be effectively made, or you can add value to an asset in a very productive way. This is also the day when Sun and Saturn meet together, so you start seeing the picture very clearly, that how your financial abundance is changing, how the structure of your finances is changing, how your career is changing. So some sort of support comes through. It could be in form of a promotion, it could be an achievement, it could be a support from an authority figure, it could be an approval on something that you've been waiting on, and that starts coming through from 6th of September. The thing to look out for this month is that as soon as we are getting good news, as soon as we are getting turnaround, the energy goes from 0 to 100. What does that mean? It means that we are prone to overindulgence, we are prone to overcommitting, that we're going to deliver this, because we get really we really go from 0 to 100 here. The excess can happen in our emotions. We are like, okay, yes, I've got this, and then you might compromise your interest by over promising something to an authority figure, to a client, or something in your professional capacity. So you want to be on lookout for that every time this positive aspect happens. I'll tell you specific dates where the excesses are possible. The first date is 2nd of September. The second date is 7th of around 7th of September or 8th of September. 8th of September is definitely likely that you want to be careful of. 8th of September is a very positive day, but that's not the day to decide, yeah, this is what I'm committing, or just be on lookout for excess on this day, specifically if you have planets around 15 degree of Sagittarius, which is around 7th of December born. So 2nd of September, around 6th of September, 8th of September, and lastly on 11th of September. These are the dates when we could be prone to excesses, and we want to be on lookout for on these dates. Following this, on around 8th or 9th of September, 9th of September is a very good day. I really like this because Mercury is mating Pluto on that day. You sort of get into you can do a lot of detail work on that day. You can get a lot done in terms of detailing, in terms of going over the fine prints, and there's a lot of focus that comes with it, especially if you have planets again around 14 degree, which is 6th of December born, or 20 to 21 degree, which is around 12th of December born. All of you have access to these positive energies, but these are specific degrees and dates which might see a significant shift on each date. 10th of September, as I mentioned, is a day you want to sort of keep it open, because there could be something of maybe a personal nature that could come up on this date that you want to be on lookout for, that maybe can sort of distract you, or it could be it could be something that comes into open that you were not earlier looking at when it comes to your personal life, or an emotional pattern that is being dissolved. Now that is happening around 17 degree, which is around 9th of December born. You want to also be on lookout for, if you specifically have 17 degree Sagittarius in your chart on 9th of December born, you want to be on lookout for physically not feeling so up to it on 10th of September, as well as on 11th of September. 10th and 11th, or in fact even 13th of September, because this will stay for a day or two after 10th of September. So just be physically ready for this energy of 10th of September, which will continue till 13th of September. It can make us feel a little bit like our physical energy is being compromised on these dates, but that is only because there is an old pattern that is holding you back, that is being dissolved. Sometimes when we do something that we've not done before, we feel a little bit weak in the knees. That is the kind of feeling I'm talking about, which comes through. Despite this, there is a lot of positive energy in the parallel that is happening, because Mars and Jupiter are making a square with each other on 12th of September. This is massive action. This is you taking massive action in the direction of your career, which comes out to be very beneficial to you, which comes out to be very, very good for you. So steps taken right now. My suggestion is, because as I mentioned, you might be a little bit weak at this time and we are prone to excesses when Jupiter is there. Don't burn yourself out with action around 12th of September. This is the time when it's better done efficiently. Steps are better done efficiently. So take the steps that are required to sort of make things happen in a meticulous fashion, going into details of things, getting into the requisite actions, but don't burn out. Try to be on lookout that am I doing too much? Am I physically exerting myself way too much? Because as I said, around 13th of September and 10th of September, there are aspects that can make you feel a little bit physically diffused. So you don't want to use all of your energy in a manner on projects that are not worth your time. So we'll be taking a lot of risks here. We will have a lot of courage to take tough tasks on. You will initiate things because your ambition, desire would be very high and you won't want freedom of action. You'll feel lucky doing it on 12th of September, even 2 days before and after it. But be sure that you are not burning yourself out. Don't burn out, don't overdo. Focus this energy that is coming your way, and it will start from 10th of September itself. And at the same time, throughout this time, you're being supported very well by your mind, by your heart, which are moving in unison. Mercury and Venus are moving together from 9 to 17th of September. So it's like, your heart and mind are working together. So there is a union of heart and mind, which feels easy. The work feels easy here to do. You are appreciated for it. You get support for it. You feel that the business meetings and the negotiations are going well. And you're able to influence people very well. 14th, 13th of September, they are the dates on which you can really convince somebody about your perspective, especially 13th of September. You can sell it and buy it whatever you want. You can go deeper into something and just you are able to influence very deeply. This is especially true if you have planets around 21 degree of Sagittarius, which is around 12th to 13th of December born. And this is a very strong aspect for that, especially for a financial negotiation. Then comes 14th of September when we have a full moon in your house of home and family. As I mentioned in the second half of the month, something related to your family which you have been made aware of. It could be something related to your place of living, it could be something related to the emotional patterns when it comes to your personal life. That comes to light and there is a change that you decide to make with conviction because there is some truth that has come across to you. It could be a truth of emotional nature. It could be a truth related to a person in your home and family. It could be a truth related to the place of living. And this is a full moon, which means that something is coming to fruition and completion. Something that you might have started 6 months back is coming to a completion when it comes to your home and family. This is especially true if you have planets around 21 degree of Sagittarius, which is around 12th or 13th of December born, which is the same degree at which Pluto is acting. So there's a lot of confidence in making this change. There's a conviction in this completion or the step that you're taking because you're sure about it. You're sure about the new structure of your life and you want to make a change which makes you feel emotionally more fulfilled, better about the things that you're doing. It makes you feel happier about your personal life. The another date that I like is 19th of September because on 19th of September Mars is meeting Pluto. We have very strong ability to get a lot of things done on 19th of September. I'll choose this for very focused actions. The 21st of September is when Jupiter Neptune square happens. So this is sort of a completion of dissolving an old emotional pattern. And your expansion is set free from any emotional patterns that were holding it back. It is like a freedom day. 21st of September is the final birthing of a new ideology of your life. And what follows forward is that Sun moves into Libra, and now the focus is more on socializing, on friends, on enjoying this new start with the people who have helped you, who have built you up, who you network with, who are part of your social network, who are part of your business network, and live your vision with them. Live your new vision with them. So, good luck for this Sagittarius. This is a very, very positive and impactful month. Only thing you have to be definite about is to A, dissolve the things that are not serving you when it comes to your emotional patterns in life. Let it be, let it go, let release the things that you know have outlived you. And second thing is that on the dates I mentioned, Jupiter is making a square because Jupiter is in your in your sign, which is excellent. But don't over promise the things. Don't be a little bit, if I may say, selfish when it comes to your abundance. Look out for not overcommitting and giving others too much here, because we're trying to create something for you for once. So be careful about giving up your things, what you need for you. Wear your mask first, because Jupiter comes once in a decade in your sign. It's the time for your expansion. So be on lookout of not compromising your interest. There are times when we need to have find a balance, but you cannot lose the sight of your goals in that. So good luck for that, Sagittarius. I'll see you in the next video now.